There's a bluebird on that post right there. That's kind of cool. I saw it flying around the house just now. So I'm kind of curious to see.
There's a question I've always wondered. Will a bird lay eggs in a LEGO birdhouse? Well, today I'm putting that experiment to the test. Step 1, we need to build a birdhouse with the right size hole to attract the type of birds we want. Step 2, we also need to put in a certain height to attract the type of bird we want. In this case, we are going for bluebirds. And finally, step 3, we need to leave the house out for a month or 2 to see if anything happens.
It is pouring rain right now, and it was hailing a little bit.
I've been looking at researching birds and birdhouses. After a little bit of research, this is what I found. Bluebirds and sparrows, they like about 6 inches of space from the hole to the bottom of the nest. Also, we have this piece right here, and this is the hole. Bluebirds and sparrows like a hole that's about 1/2 inch. And so I found a piece that's an arch, and it happens to be exactly 1.5 inches. This is what I came up with for the whole mechanism. It's on the back side. It's very, very strong, but it allows the bird to walk through without having to break stuff. So let's go ahead and make the birdhouse. This thing is solid. This is a board down here, and then we've got some plates. So this is really solid, and this is going to be very, very strong. After laying all the parts out, I figured I needed there's the front of the house, and now we can start by putting it in. So this is going to be the inside of the birdhouse. You can kind of see how I've locked all this together, and so the walls can go up kind of like this. So let's keep on building. I want to give our bird a little bit of decoration inside the house, so I'm just going to use these to lock it together, but it's going to give it a cool design. Sorry about that, or my camera just went and it was gone. I have got the birdhouse kind of all the frame, but we need to color it because it just kind of looks not, we want it to blend in with the scenery. Alright, this is the closest color I could find between the two that I had the most pieces of that I can cover this whole thing in there. Let's go ahead and start by covering each of the panels. Alright, well, we got all the parts for the birdhouse done. Now we can start assembling and putting these together. Roof right on top like that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I finished the birdhouse, and now I'm going to go hang it up in the yard, and we're going to test it and see what happens. It's been really windy the past couple days, and so I don't know if it's just going to blow off and shatter everywhere. That's what I'm worried about, which is why I've kind of waited a little bit too long to put it up. Well, this is my tree house that I've built for a long time ago. This is my tree house that I built a long time ago, and I was drawn to this place because like it has all these different posts that I can like put cameras on and stuff. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put the house mounted here, and then I'll put the camera over here and let it run for a couple days, or I'll put the birdhouse here and put the camera over there. I'm not sure yet. All right, so I've at the wood pile, and I'm trying to find a piece of wood to mount. Ooh, I think I found one. So I'm thinking it's like something like this. We can probably cut this little boy up. So I'm gonna be cutting this board with this little boy right here. I've had this saw since I was. Anyway, let's get this open here. I haven't used this in a while. This board right here, it at least needs to be a six by. I'm gonna cut about right here with the screw. Right here. We got our marking. Let's go cut it. Bon appetit. That is a clean cut right there. All right. I'm excited for this. We've got a good old piece of solid wood. We need to find something that will attach the board to the post. And so I'm thinking I'm going to use a bracket. I'm going to look in here. So what we have basically here are these guys. These are brackets. And so we'll screw this to one side to the pole and one side to the I can't speak today, I'm not sure. Got the board here, and we're gonna mount it up like this. So we're gonna be putting the birdhouse on this old post, and then we're gonna tie it so it doesn't blow away, because it is super windy out here. I don't know if you can hear all that wind. Oh, that is gorgeous. So it just literally blew down and broke. Didn't break as much as I thought it was, but it broke. I lost some pieces on it, so I'm just replacing those real quick. Take two. All right, so we've hung it up. I'm gonna go put the trail cam out here and we'll just wait and see what happens. I put some grass in the nest just to start. There's supposed to be some really windy days this week, so if it gets crazy, like 35 miles per hour, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna wrap this whole thing up in saran wrap and wait till the windy days are gone, and then I'll take it off. Hello, this is day one of the birdhouse. I am gonna go check the cameras real quick. I'm not thinking that anything's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna check. I accidentally left it on all night. It did survive the windy night. That's a good sign. All right, so here's the update from the past couple days on the birdhouse. I have been checking it every day and checking the camera. One night, the camera, it got too cold and I lost all the footage because the camera just froze and the card crashed and everything. So I got that up and running. I also took all the grass out of the birdhouse because my mom knows a lot about birds and they like to build their own nests. They don't like leftovers, I guess, from other people, which I wouldn't either. So I took all that out. And so now we're just waiting for birds to come. I hope it's not too late now because we've had a lot of wind and just a lot of things that have really tried to stop this build, but we're gonna wait and see. So there was a big storm last night and I'm going to go check the birdhouse. I had been gone backpacking last week, so I kind of left the camera off and just kind of gave it some privacy to see if any birds were in there. So far, it looks like it's still there, but let's go see.
There's a bluebird on that post right there. It's kind of cool. I saw it flying around the house just now. So I'm kind of curious to see.
It's been raining for a while, a couple days now. My mom did say she saw some bluebirds floating around the nest. That's interesting. So I've let it run. It definitely holds up in the rain so far, so I'm curious to see what happens. So to make matters even worse than they are, it is pouring rain right now, and it was hailing a little bit. You can't even see, but there's the birdhouse right there, and I feel like it's about to come down. The nesting season's about over. It's been about 1 month, and we let it sit out there. So I'm just gonna open it up and see. We've had a lot of rain and hail and all that stuff, so let's just see. So I should be able to take this. Ooh, look in there. We got an egg, it looks like. It's interesting. Okay, so I may not have taken an egg from my mom's birdhouse and put it in that one because hers hatched. But don't tell anybody. This is not a lost cause just because the experiment failed. I put it out a little late this year for nesting season, but I'm gonna try again next year. My mom said she did see birds fly around it and check it out, so that means it's not off the table yet. If you guys have any tips of how I can actually try to get a bird to nest in this house, let me know in the comments. This isn't a failed experiment. We live and we learn. So this is kind of what this video is. It was, can a bird live in a LEGO birdhouse? Well, unconclusive yet. There will be a part 2 of this. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.